You are listening to Holistic Medicine with Dr. Oge of Life Bar Wellness on Super FM 92.7.
Take a deep breath in and out. Let's be real. How are you really feeling today? No filter, no pretending. Just be honest. Just be honest with yourself. Are you overwhelmed, stressed, maybe feeling like the world is moving too fast and you're struggling to keep up? Well, today on Holistic Medicine with Dr. Oge and So Feel So Fine, your radio muse on your One Family, One Radio Station 92.7. We're having that conversation, the one we often push aside, avoid, or even deny. We're talking about mental health. Because your mind matters just as much as your body. And no, this isn't just about depression or anxiety. It's about you, your peace, your happiness, and your ability to show up as your best self every day. Joining me today is someone who knows this topic inside out. She was really excited to say, you know what, it's not just going to be one series. We have to have a part A and part B to talk about mental health. Dr. Oge, thank you so much again for coming in and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, let's dive right in to mental health, right? It's so important because a lot of people don't even realize they're struggling with it in Nigeria. I think I would applaud us to say that we're doing better in recent years than before in talking about mental health, in giving people the audience to want to talk about it, and not it being a very embarrassing situation to is it a yaba left, why are you talking mental health, but tell us what exactly is mental health, just so we know we're starting an introduction for people out there in different generations that still feel maybe the Gen Z thing. They always say my mental health is not given. Why should we all pay attention to it?
Okay. Let me break it down. Let me just simplify mental health, because like you said, there is a myth, there is a view, there is an eye that every individual uses to look at mental health. Or what if we just call it brain health? When we talk about health, there are 5 things that we should note. There's the gut health, there's your immune health, there's your hormone health, there's heart health, and there's brain health. So if we're talking about mental health, we have to look at the brain itself. People, it's like, how are you feeling? I'm fine. When you go to the doctor, what's wrong with you? My back is paining me. Nobody ever remembers that there's a particular part of their body that is the brain. We take care of our hearts, we take care of our liver, we take care of our kidneys, we take care of our reproductive organs, we take care of our muscular organs, as our muscular system, but we don't take care of our brain. And then we are shouting mental health. It's not the yaba left that we're talking about. We're talking about your brain. How are you taking care of your brain? Do you sleep properly? After every form of trauma or traumatic experience, after every form of grief, how do you recover? That is the work of the brain. Your brain is your mind. Your brain sends signal to your mind. If your brain is not functioning, it cannot. So you see people that have bipolar issues, they are not, it's not like they are caused or something. It's just because the brain, just like the liver can have their own illness, the brain too is suffering from something. So we should look at mental health not as a stigma, not as a how will I put it,
something
madness,
like a spiritual problem, a curse.
Let's look at it as an organ malfunction. What is going on in the brain? If you look into the brain, you realize that the people that have more brain diseases are people that have issues with their frontal lobe. The brain is divided into segments. So your frontal lobe, how good is it? How well is it? How often do you take care of it? What kind of foods do you eat that will help to boost your brain function?
Fantastic.
So it's not mental health with the madness, and it's your brain health. How are you taking care of your brain?
I like that, brain health, right? And that's what we're looking into. So let's talk about signs that show our mental health needs attention.
Our brain health needs
our brain health. Thank you for that. Our brain health needs attention, even when we don't think we have a problem. Like I said, some people don't even realize that there's a dysfunction or something is, is no longer producing as it would before, as it should. So what are the signs that they need to look out for?
Fatigue.
Okay.
Forgetfulness,
Okay.
anxiety, loss of appetite or change in appetite. Let me not say loss. For some people, they begin to binge on junk, especially sugar. Their body now starts craving for sugar. I've mentioned fatigue, right?
Yes.
I've mentioned anxiety. Obesity. Obesity too also affects the brain because it's an organ. So whatever affects your liver has the power to also affect the brain. So those are the major signs that we should look out for.
All right, so we sort of addressed, I talked about misconceptions that comes in. You hear some men say, strong people don't get mental health issues or your brain health issues. What do you say to that? Another one again, you hear a lot is just pray about it to go away. How can you be depressed as a Christian? I mean, as people of faith, I of course believe in the power of prayer, but should faith and mental health care go hand in hand?
Of course.
Okay, so how do we go about it?
Okay, so it's faith and mental health care goes hand in hand, but we are going to do it this way.
Okay.
You're having faith that your brain will improve without taking any physical measures. Does it make any sense? No. If you feel like your brain is clogged, you can't remember things, or you feel you're stressed, the first thing I advise is go on a detox. Spiritually, we call it fast. That's why I say fast and pray.
Yes.
But if you look at it medically, just go on a detox. Cut out the sugar. Cut out the
Junk foods.
processed foods, the junk foods. Replace your foods with vegetables, herbs, fruits. Eat right, sleep well, meditate. You realize that over time, your anxiety reduces. You begin to have clarity of mind. You're more focused. You remember things more.
Okay.
You lose some weight. So the fact that we like to pray about everything,
Yes.
and we don't like to walk towards what we are praying about, that is what now makes mental and brain health now seem like a spiritual problem. Fine. In Africa, we always believe in juju. We believe in juju.
Village people.
I'm not saying they may exist, right? They may exist, but I'm talking about your brain as an organ, knowing fully well that it is responsible for your personality, for your character. I'm talking about your frontal lobe in particular. That's the largest part of your brain. Your personality, your characteristics, your empathy. So you see people that commit suicide. The reason why anybody says everything will make him kill himself. Why also no get problem, just go kill himself? At that point in time, the person's frontal lobe has changed in structure and function. So the empathy level has dropped. They can't even think about how you would feel to them killing themselves. That's why they do it. So when you take care of your brain, you're also helping your neighbor. When you take care of your brain, you take herbs, you do other things, you're helping yourself, you're helping your family members, you're helping your neighbors, because by the time these things happen, you do not have a control over it. It's just like someone with a liver issue. By the time the leg starts getting swollen, the person has no control over it. The only way the person's leg can start reducing is when you start treating the liver. But everybody's focusing on the outward appearance, the outcome of when the brain is malfunctioned, right? Nobody's focusing on the organ itself being the brain. What is happening to my brain? Why am I losing focus? Why am I getting tired easily? Why do I sleep more? Why do I not even sleep?
What's the change in my appetite?
So you need to work on your lifestyle, your diet, before that prayer can now move.
Fantastic. You can tell that we have to have a part B for sure on this series on the brain health. But what you have shared so far has been powerful. And to everyone listening, your brain health, we've learned that now. matters. It's really important, and taking care of your mind is so important as taking care of your body. Well, a huge thank you to Dr. Oge, and thank you for listening to Holistic Medicine with Dr. Oge.